Kama ni mtu kama ni radiographer mpiga picha utakutana na formula. Kama ni facility utakutana na formula. Kwenye vibali hivi vya biashara kwa mwananchi ambaye hajui kutumia mtandao, iko kijijini. Tuna elimu, lakini pia kuna dawati la huduma kwa wateja ambalo kazi yake ni kutoa support muda wote. Kama mtu haelewi cha kufanya, basi anapewa msaada. Swali la kwamba sababu ni kama vile vibali vyote vinatolewa online. Mtu ambaye hana access mtandao na yuko kijijini kabisa, lakini anahitaji kibali, anafanyaje? Access hata hiyo helpdesk na hao wanaenda kwenye ofisi zetu zilizoko mipakani au jirani na sehemu mteja alipo. Akifika huko kwa msaada, tunazo vitendea kazi, kazi internet access, ambayo akifika pale atasaidiwa ili aweze kukamilisha. Inabidi atafute ofisi iliyopo, kwa sababu ili upate kibali hiki ni kwa ajili ya kuimport au kuzaa kwa vyakula. Kwa kama yeye anahitaji export mazao yake au import, lazima aje ofisini kwetu ili apate utaratibu na kutoa msaada sahihi. Yes. Na ofisi za kazi.
Mgeni rasmi, tunashukuru sana kwa maelekezo uliyotupatia. Pia TAIC inafanya kazi na washirika mbalimbali, na hapa mbele yetu
tunakaribishwa kama kampuni ya Mantra, kampuni ambayo inafanya shughuli za utafiti na uchimbaji wa madini ya urani. Na kwa sasa hivi kampuni hii inafanya shughuli zake sehemu ya Namtumbo mkoani Ruvuma, na katika hatua za utafiti exploration tumeshakamilisha na kupata rasilimali ya urani ambayo ni economic, tunaweza kuivuna. Kampuni hii ni ya serikali ya Tanzania na Rosatom, shirika la Urusi la nuclear. Kwa leo hii, Mheshimiwa mgeni rasmi, kwa kifupi nitamkaribisha mkurugenzi wa technical service wa Mantra aelezee kwa kifupi aina za vifaa ambazo vingi naona ni vinafanana tu na vya wenzetu wa TAIC katika kupima mionzi, lakini la muhimu zaidi katika operation yetu ya Wiki tunasisitiza swala la usalama kwa namna ya uchimbaji wa operation ya kawaida, lakini usalama kwa namna ya pekee ya kuhakikisha udhibiti wa mionzi katika afya tumiaji na wafanyakazi wote. So please just give an overview of the equipment that are here and the technology that we're using to test the ISR.
Thank you and good morning. First of all, I must start by saying, job well done. I mean, innovation, technology, and presentations like this is what will move this country forward. This is such a good presence, such a good number of people. That is excellent. So thank you for the organizers, for all the attendance, first of all. Second of all, in the uranium producing industry, we rely very much on technology. We rely very much on pushing hard every single time, creating new and adopting practices to push our bars further and further. Because at the end of the day, it creates a safer work environment for our employees, for the villages around us, for the entire Tanzania. So when we started with the Kuja project, we had one goal, and our goal is still the same. We want to mine uranium, being the first uranium mining company in Tanzania. But we want to set the legacy for all other uranium mines to come. We are setting the bar very high. And that's why with close collaboration with institutions like TAIA, we get technology, we can share ideas, we can work together to achieve that. I've just lined out some very, but we've got definitely plenty more pieces of equipment that we daily use to make our lives easier and to ensure one very important thing, the safety of everyone working in our operations. I'll start the site very quickly by saying this is a gas analyzer. Gas analyzers are used where we want to test the atmospheres of certain areas for oxygen level, carbon monoxide levels, all these type of gases that can have any negative influence on any of our workers. We test those atmospheres before any workers is allowed in. Smaller pieces of equipment that's in front of you, different specific parameters that they test, noise level, lux or light level. We test wind, and wind is important not only in connection with our weather station to determine dust flow, dust pattern, dust plumes, but also specific operations like mine operations, etc., etc. So we try to keep up with the latest technologies that's available. And then to my far, the radiation monitoring equipment, and these are only a few of the equipment that we use. This is the equipment that we use to measure the amount of radiation in a specific area. Now you will be surprised if I switch it on, that it will actually show that there's radiation even here. Because this is a natural occurring event all over the world. That's where people normally don't understand the concepts, and functions like this will help greatly to educate and to share our ideas and to share that we do it. Different types of probe. This is, for instance, an alpha probe, so it measures very specific particles of radiation, alpha particles, so we can check very close. And the reason why there's different types of equipment, we want to make sure as a company we measure very specifics. Let's just turn to our mascot there at the back. You will see Freddy wearing what is a little tag. And that tag is a thermoluminescence dosimeter. It's made of a small crystal, and normally you get different crystals. The purple one is a lithium fluoride crystal. And then if gamma particles, another type of radiation particle, goes through the tag, we can actually see it. Then we send it to our counterparts at the TAC. And they've got the equipment then to see how much exposure this person was exposed to. So this is, again, going through that continuous loop of identifying, improving, and going back to identifying. So it's a very short circle of we see, we improve, we continue with it. We see, we improve, and making it safer and safer on a daily basis. The equipment behind you is some of our emergency equipment, and these equipments are also used in the event when there's collisions. They've got some breathing apparatus, they've got specific phone capabilities. But more important, if we deal with products, these are the vehicles that will accompany and assist these trucks wherever they transport. So if anything happens, they are on the spot ready to react. As far as technology on the mining itself is concerned, I just want to end up with a few small words. The type of mining that we're considering currently at Maputo River is an open pit mine. Okay, but with technology advancements, and we are presenting it right here at the back on the board, we are also showing the advantages of in situ recovery. That means instead of causing a big environmental disturbance, we can move the mining process subsoil into that ore layer and leach out the uranium. Now, there's certain considerations. We've tested this technology very positively in Tanzania. You need some specific environment, and we are not quite there yet. But it just shows that we are continuously asking the one question, is how can we do it safer? How can we do it better? How can we do it with less environmental damage, less harm to our people? And that question keeps on asking. It's something we will never be satisfied with. And technologies like this is actually employed in a lot of our projects all over the world, very successfully and very safely. So yeah, it just shows us part of that planning as well to see what we can do to improve our operations.
Thank you very much for the excellent explanations of the operations that you're doing. I just wanted to know, these are high-tech procedures.
Yes.
You have any plans to build the local capacities for Tanzanians to operate equipment and all that?
Yes, definitely. 100%. So our main objective is to not only mine uranium at that high level that we said, but to mine it in Tanzania locally. So for instance, I'm very excited to share, and I'll share some detail of our project, but most of our people we got from the local areas and the villages, and that was from day one what we said. Now we know they don't have that experience of working in a uranium mine, so we are doubling that type of positions and we are getting experts. We're telling those experts, and that's part of my job, to say my focus is to impart these skills until the area can sustain itself with this mining operation. So definitely, yes, that's a big focus that we want to. Certain expertise will always be where we can find them in the mining industry in Tanzania. Luckily, it's a very well established industry, like for instance laboratory, etc., etc. But specific uranium, the uranium processing plant, we are bringing in experts, we're training local, and that will hopefully within a few months take over the process.
Compliments kidogo tu imemtouch kwa sababu technology transfer is one of the benefits of most of these high-tech projects. Being in the Ministry of Minerals, we also have the local content plan, which we submit, and they audit every year, and they ask similar questions, and we have that plan of trying to get Tanzanian to understudy the expert. At this initial stage, frankly speaking, we still depend on particularly the high-tech positions of mining engineering, and so on, from external ones who have experience. It's not a time for this particular mineral to test somebody. You want to be very, very sure who is leading the process. However, we have that plan in our local content plan to have the Tanzanian understanding and eventually taking over the expatriates position. The second thing that I wanted to just relate to this question, we've been working with actually Dr. Ngaile in testify this, to get even some of the tech staff to be able to attend some of the nuclear science, nuclear physics courses in Russia, where the parent company, the Rosatom, is based. And we are working with the Russian Cultural Center for such scholarships. So that's another effort. But we're working also with the local, our own universities. I've seen Professor Sajat. I think she was here. We have been in her department also. We were actually introduced by His Excellency Vice President, former Dr. Mohamed Bilal, sometimes early at the stage of our production, and we went to see Dr. Nadia today. Now, Professor, congratulations, and we're working with her in getting new set skills and develop those skills for future. Thank you.
Mgeni rasmi, hii ndio ilikuwa ni sehemu ya mwisho ya maonesho yetu. Tunashukuru sana kwa muda wako. Sasa tunakukaribisha kwenda kwenye side event tent kwa ajili ya kuendelea na ratiba inayofuata. Kwa naomba wote na wanakeki na washirika na wote tuliokuwa kwenye maandamano tuelekee kwenye side event tent. Asante sana.